Hey, I'm here again. Let's move on to the next topic, and this is what I think the people that shouldn't have guns. Now, people ask me how much gun control laws I think there should be on the books, and I say very little. Only the common sense stuff, like being 18 in order to buy rifles and 21 to buy handguns. Sure, it's a little bit of a pain, but I mean, at least at that time you have some sense of responsibility. So, well, at least most people do. But I say there should be no. I say everybody should be able to get guns within, of course, within common sense. No illegals getting guns. No felons getting guns. Stuff like that. I think that makes perfect sense. But I think it should be relatively easy for anybody like me to get a gun. For Joe that works for a grocery store, it should be easy for him to get a gun. He's never done anything. It should be easy for him to get a gun. But I don't think everybody should own a gun. See, that's where it goes to personal responsibility, not government responsibility. The government should say, okay, as long as you're old enough and you haven't committed a crime or anything like that, get a gun. You can get a gun if you want. But these are the people that should not own guns, and this is up to their own conscience and everybody around them, like family member. Like first off is anger management problems. If you have a problem with anger management, do not have a gun. You're a danger to yourself and everybody around you. Anger management is a major disqualification to having a gun. The next one is if you don't have a problem with killing people. If you think, so what? I shoot a person. I'm safer. So what? If you can just, this goes back to square one about being able to kill a person. If I'm talking about a person that has no qualms, none whatsoever, it's like just eating dinner to them. They have no problem with it. I don't think they should have a gun because, they're a danger to us all. So what? That's how serial killers turn out. This is the next one is the Macho Man. This is the Chuck Norris wannabes, Rambo style people who think these give them power. Now, there is a sense of power that comes with these. The fact that you can control a deadly force sort of gives you a feel of power. That's, just the same way as being able to drive a car gives you the confidence that you can control something else. It's confidence, something that helps you out. And also, like a car brings a fact of independence. This sort of does too. I don't need to depend on the police to protect me because it's not their job. That's the Supreme Court's words, not mine. It's not their job to protect us. But if a police officer isn't around, this will help me. This tool will help me. But this shouldn't make you powerful. This shouldn't be your sole basis of power. If it is, I'm not sure you should own a gun. Because if you need something powerful to make you feel manly, you need more help than just having a gun, dude. Next one is irresponsible. If you're an irresponsible person, like you don't take care. Now this is borderline opinion. Now if you don't take care of your car, you don't change the oil, don't check your tires, don't check your fluids, don't put on the parking brake when you park on a hill. If you're irresponsible like that, your room's always looks like a war zone. You just always, something looks wrong. There's no organization in your life, nothing. I don't think you should own a gun. Why? Because your gun will be mistreated. I've heard people that have Glocks and AKs who never clean them. They just never clean them. Well, they're dependable and reliable. They'll never jam. I don't need to clean it. That's like saying you don't need to clean a lawnmower because it always spits the grass out of it, right? Now, I've mowed lawns for long enough to know that you clean a lawnmower every time you after you cut it. My aunt has a lawnmower who if she does it, she rarely cleans it out, and it does not cut that great. I always have to go in and spend 10 to 30 minutes just chipping all the grass crud out of there. Same thing with the gun. Sure, Glock AKs are reliable, but that doesn't mean you abuse that. That is a crutch. It is not a wheelchair. You should always clean guns. Now, I'm not sure of the exact numbers. Once every 1,000 rounds or once a month, something like that. But I mean, any gun. If you go, like, if you had a major shooting day where you go out with friends, shoot hundreds of thousands of rounds, clean the gun you use. That's just typical thing. So if you're irresponsible, don't own a gun because you'll harm the gun and might end up hurting you. Now this next one probably makes common sense. If you have murderous tendencies, like say you only like playing games like Medal of Honor, Grand Theft Auto, stuff like that. If the fact of killing people makes you feel good, please don't own these, because you'll end up like all these nut jobs and Arizona shooting, Colorado shooting, school shooting, Tony Lanza, whatever. Anyways, I don't need to know. You'll end up like them. Go out shooting a bunch of people, and then you will prop these gun grabber people, say no, citizens don't need guns because they end up doing that. If you have murderous tendencies, like I said, this is probably common sense to everybody, but I'll just go on the record and say it. If you have enjoyment killing animals or anything like that, if the fact of killing something gives you joy and a sense of happiness, don't own guns, because you'll end up, of course you'll hurt more people than you'll help. That's what you want to do. Just don't. So these are the 5 people I don't think should own firearms. Anger management people, if you don't have a problem with killing people, the Macho Man, if you're irresponsible with anything, and murderous tendencies. And until next time, this is PIP Archer reminding you to walk a Christian walk and carry a loaded Glock.